quick observations. People have talked about the remarkable progress, or the president talked about the remarkable progress that Vietnam is making, the government of Vietnam. I don't see it that way. I don't see any remarkable progress. I had an opportunity years ago to be in Eastern Germany back when it was under communist domination. And I had ample opportunity to hear what Washington, D.C. was saying, but also to talk to East Germans at that time. And they didn't see any hope, really, at the time. But they continued to struggle for their freedom. And because we had Radio Free Liberty and Radio Free Europe and VOA, and because we were broadcasting in every day, I noticed the attitudes. And the attitudes of Eastern Europeans were moving demonstrably against Moscow and towards the United States. But it was only because we continued to speak out here, and people like Ronald Reagan took the opportunity to grab the microphone and speak about that evil empire and speak truth about what was happening behind the Iron Curtain, that we could keep the pressure on. And my concern is that we're not keeping the pressure on. Now, I'll give you my observations, but first, with respect to Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, which Congressman Alan Lowenthal and I feel are very, very important, we need to step this up. We need to have more broadcasts into Vietnam on a constant basis, and we need to do it in a way that speaks about the fact that in Vietnam, political prisoners are being treated, and I'll quote some of the recent articles that appeared in Washington, D.C., being treated like animals. Enough of this from the leadership in Vietnam. We need a long-term strategy to bring democracy and human rights to the people of Vietnam. That has to be our objective. And it is not going to come by, frankly, transferring arms to the government of Vietnam. Boats are one thing, but when it comes to transferring arms to that government, let's remember the way that government treats its people. Let's make our foremost priority engaging with the people of Vietnam. And it's interesting looking at the statistics of what people are saying. Because in the last poll I saw, 70% of the Vietnamese people said they were interested in being closer themselves to trading with Americans rather than with China. All right? With Americans rather than China. There's a reality here about what we might be able to do in terms of changes in the law internationally that would allow our search engines into Vietnam for the ability to get information into Vietnam.